Stream health, analytics, and stream. Okay, good. It's so loud in my ear. All right, so I believe it's working. All right, I believe it's working. And there's a delay. There's a delay and it's loud in my ear. Okay, we can start over chat. Pop out. So chat is here. I checked the stream. Health is good. Make this, oh, okay. All right, so March. Yay! We're officially in my 20th year of actively working as a cam model. And we have a lot of things to talk about around that. But we're gonna focus on the budget. What I spend in February, what do I plan to spend in March, saving goals, career goals, um, mental health check-in. There's a lot of stuff goes on, like a lot. Like it's we'll get through it. We'll get through it. We'll get through it, and we'll see you on the other side. So, I should add, wait, hold on. Uh, there we go. So yeah, it's March. We are like 1/3 or 1/4 of the year. 4 quarters of the year. Yeah, 1/4. Because March is the third month and there's 12. Yeah, the whole thing. Well, yeah, so like, all right, it's from my February budget. Here's every dollar. Why is this here? Oh Lord. Yeah, so that was funny. Um, okay, I learned something about that. Yeah, hold on. Back to full. I click, that is just, why does it, nobody needs to see that. Let's go. And it brought it back up again. Stop bringing it back up. Technical. Like every time I stream, I learn something new about the stream. That is what I'm learning. I learn something new every time I stream, and it's pretty fascinating. So yeah, February was my birthday. March is the anniversary of me starting my career as a cam model. And because I've been working as a cam model for 20 years, it is a career. I don't care what anybody you say. Yeah, so March, February. Okay, February, we spent $1,995 in February. Yeah, I'm not used to saying, like, I'm already moved on to March. So February, we spent that much money. Where's February? Oh, keeps doing the thing. Oh man, Tinder is weird. Okay, so February, what I did, so I added in my budget. You may have noticed this extra tab in my budget. So it's tracking the entire year for my budget for 2023. So this dashboard is the actual budget, actual numbers I spent, and income received for 2023. We're doing a whole new thing with the budget in that sense, where like it summarizes everything. So far for for the first quarter of the year, January we had Income $2,864.03. Then February came in $1,856.63. Then for March, so far right now for March, will come in my disability income, some tax credits, and then for webcam income, we'll just see how much of my net income from webcam comes in, because webcam, I'm self-employed. I have to allocate my money for taxes. Then what did I do here? So yeah, with webcamming, I follow the system of Profit First by Mike Michalowicz. And it's basically, so if I webcam and make $1,000, it breaks down where 300 goes to taxes, 150 goes into business operating expenses, $50 goes into the business retained earnings, or Mike Michalowicz calls it the profit first account. And the profit first account, I take a profit first allocation, like a bonus out of my earning. Like it's weird. You set aside a certain amount of money in an account, and every quarter take a portion of that profit out of the account, and it acts as your income bonus as you being an employee in your own company. You just have to read the book, Profit First. Like it's just so much. You just read this book. I've I haven't read his book, but I watched enough of his podcasts, YouTube videos, other people following Profit First, and I found he has like PDF documents for Profit First that break down Profit First and break down the rules of First. There's other YouTube channels that do it too, that I just summarize the Profit First system. And because I'm already self-employed for so long, it was an easy thing to add into my operating business operations and then my household operations. So there's also that, like being a CAM model for so long, I'm trying to systemize my processes as quick as possible so I can focus on um, making money, living my life, and making sure that my money is there for retirement, and also not stressing myself out with the government. So how I'm self-employed, but I'm also disabled, like multiple sclerosis, bipolar disorder, and I may have heart problems because I'm seeing a cardiologist. It's a whole thing. My health is always a thing I have to worry about, whether it's medications, medical tests, blood work, follow up with doctors. The amount of doctors I see is a lot, and it does get pretty exhausting. It does get this wheel spinning of I'm in a rat race of just maintaining certain unrealistic standards of living put on me by corporate America and capitalism. It's super annoying. Here we are. This is what we have. Yeah, so in the way I set up certain things in my budget and my spreadsheets and things that keep me on track of Profit First system guideline, my budget guideline, keeping track of which webcam sites I'm working with that pay me money. Like this here sheet here on my spreadsheet where I keep track of webcam stats, my webcam schedule, and also my lifetime earnings on one of the campsites I work, and how I set up my work day when I'm working webcam. So I would like to broadcast on two campsites at the same time, 3 hours per day. Not 3 hours per day. So I work three, wait, four shifts are scheduled for the day, but I'm working 3 hours per shift and then maximum four for the day. Either it's 6 hours for the day, 9 hours for the day, or 12 hours for the day. And then I decided that I would take 2 days off a week, Wednesday and Friday. Based on the way that certain campsites work, they typically want you to work 30 to 40 hours a week unless you're trying to compete in one of their website contests. So things like that is how I set things up for me. That's what works. This is the 20 years of me doing this, where this is what I do. Like I remember saying all these things that I do to the guy that I see on a regular basis, the guy that I'm dating, and he thought it was too complicated. When I've been doing this since 2003, like I jumped on camming in 2003. I started at Cam's StreamRay. And then from there, I added Stream8 and I added I'm Live and I added Flirt for Free. Then I added other websites and I did adult videos. Then I added the phone fantasy websites. Then sometimes I was working a job outside of the house. Then my disability diagnosis came in. And yeah, like this is like the industrial revolution that is fed off of capitalism created this. And I've somehow figured out how to maintain a certain lifestyle that I'm accustomed to that can maintain that I don't want to have a boss. I don't want to work in a job. I don't want to ask for time off because I have a medical appointment. Like March, there's a medical appointment. There's two medical appointments coming up in March. I have to go in and do follow-up blood work, and then I have to do follow-up echocardiogram. And then in April, I have to do follow-up with the cardiologist. And then in May, I have to do follow-up with the neurologist. I'm always going to a doctor's appointment. So for me, always going to a doctor's appointment for some reason of them managing all of my illnesses. Plus, I have to report monthly to the Ontario Disability Support Program, which is disability social assistance, plus maintain my investments in my disability savings plan. For you on the outside, it's a lot. But for me, that's in it, that's been doing it for decades, it's my everyday. This is what I do every single day. This is also why that my videos are not a day in a life as a cam model because I'm waking up 4:30 in the morning, except for Wednesdays and Fridays. But Wednesdays and Fridays, I still have to make sure I take my medications at 7 o'clock in the morning. So even if, let's say, it's a day off, I still have to wake up at 7 a.m., take my meds, eat some breakfast. Maybe I go back to sleep. Maybe I'm working on my business. And then my business expanded. So it's not just me working as a cam model. It's also me building the YouTube channel. It's also me building other income streams in affiliate marketing and looking at other companies I want to work with. Like, and then being interviewed for certain companies and getting, like, it's a lot. Like, it's going to be a lot. And I can't simplify it. And also, it's not for everybody. A lot of people are not going to make it past day one. They're just not going to make it past day one. So where am I? Okay, so February, what did we spend? So how my budget is broken down into these pie charts to make life a little bit easier. And then the pie chart is written in English over here. So my housing cost, it says that it's 13% of the income that came in for February, which ended up being $1,042.34. And then when I look exactly in the category of housing, my internet went up. My internet went up by $11.30. I have really high speed internet, which is like, because my business runs on the internet and I'm live streaming, I'm uploading video, I'm doing all the things on the internet. So yeah, my internet cost is a lot, but my internet cost is not something that comes in my housing expenses. My internet costs comes in I'm checking the stream to make sure everything is good. My internet costs comes in as a business expense. Part of that might be like 80 or 90% of my internet bill will be claimed on my taxes come tax time because 80 to 90% of my usage on the internet is related to business. Like I rarely use the internet for personal usage. And if I do, it's because I'm watching, I have streaming internet through my internet provider. So I can watch live TV and through the internet service while I'm working. So even that, like I'm doing that. When that happens, it's at the same time. Then my cell phone is still $72.45. I still have my iPhone 11. I don't plan on upgrading my iPhone for a little bit. So that stays the same. And then my lifestyle categories, I optimize my lifestyle expenses in my budget to be 8 items in my budget. Groceries, laundry, transportation, clothing, hygiene, grooming, spa days, health and fitness, restaurants, entertainment, and miscellaneous pocket money. And that we spent $589.17. And the new thing in the budget that we haven't done before in past budget was me buying items of clothing, which was nice. I went out and bought 2 new bras. Um, I, I'm realizing bra shopping. The size bra you're wearing depends on where you're buying the bra from. So this is why some sizes are smaller or some are bigger. It's because the company has their own type of, like, there tries to be a standard of bra sizes, but there really isn't. You're just hoping when you walk into that store, the item fits, and then because you're buying lingerie and underwear, some things are all sales are final, other things you could exchange for a different size. But in that arena, you're going in fully knowing that you're buying an item, hoping it will last you a year or two. And that's assuming your body doesn't add on weight or lose weight, because our body changes constantly. That. And then section of my budget, savings. So February savings, I saved 8% of the income that came in. So the actual income, my savings rate was 8%. $149 went into the emergency fund. And what are we doing over here? So remember the Dave Ramsey baby steps? I'm still following them, but I adjusted them for being Canadian. So we're back on baby step 1, but the emergency fund now is not $1,000. We're at 650. Right now we're at 650. This will change based on, hold on, where is it? Those are all my deposits that happened. So I figured out how to get my every dollar budget to track my deposits into my emergency fund. Um, Original balance. Okay, good. 650.45, but I budgeted to try and get my emergency fund done by the end of the month in February, and we didn't. We're at 650, so we need $350 for March to get my $1,000 emergency fund back up, and that will complete baby step 1. So that is what we're doing for March. And then there was no investing. So I didn't do any investing in February because I was waiting for the government to tell me how much money I need to deposit in my disability savings plan, the registered disability savings plan, the RDSP. And I got that letter yesterday. Yeah, I got the letter yesterday. So the government is telling me, the Canadian government is telling me that if I deposit $5,000 before December 31st, they will match me $10,500 in my disability savings plan, and my disability tax credit is good until 2025. Like, I probably should make a video on the disability tax credit, because everything I find online about disability tax credits are from people that do not have the disability tax credit, or they don't have the registered disability savings plan. I have those two things. I'm trying to manage those two things in my journey to financial independence as part of my financial planning for my life, and as the financial planning as a single person, disabled, no children, living in Canada. So like even that. So a lot of the things in my budget are specific to me and me only. Like, it's great you're watching my channel for inspiration and to learn some things, but when I'm offline, when I click end broadcast, I have to do all these things by myself, whether I press record or not. Yeah. And then, okay, section of my budget is my debt. So we have right now $5,278.51. So in February, I applied for my second credit card with it's a MasterCard I got. It's my second one, but it's from a retail store that I don't really like their credit card. So, and then I was watching, I particularly try to focus on watching Canadian personal finance channels and specifically around rebuilding credit in Canada because I've learned from stop following Dave Ramsey because he's not going to help me living in Canada to focus on people that are in Canada that focus on helping people in Canada with their personal finances. There is like specific details in our country that does not happen in America. Like right now, the whole mortgage thing, the rules around a mortgage in Canada are nothing what Dave Ramsey says at all. Like flat out. I spoke to a mortgage broker. I spoke to three mortgage, how many mortgage brokers I speak? Three? Three mortgage brokers and one real estate agent. And then if I include a family member that's a real estate agent, that's like two real estate agents and three mortgage brokers. And this is why we have two credit cards. And yes, I did. I spent on the credit card. Like it's very hard for me, I'll admit, it's very hard for me to have a credit card and keep it at zero balance. Like the available balance on a credit card is so tempting for me because there's so many things I need to spend the credit card with. Like I'm okay going like pay off the credit card, buy a new computer because I need it for work. Or I'm okay pay off the credit card and then buy furniture to redecorate my whole apartment. I'm okay paying off the credit card and buying new cameras I need to build the YouTube home studio. I'm okay using my credit card to register things for my business. I'm okay with the credit card paying for vacations. I'm okay with that. I'm fully okay. You're probably going to see me do that. You're probably going to see me pay off the credit card, rack up my credit card a lot. Just get, I'm not a follower of Dave. Like the only thing of Dave Ramsey that I like is the structure of the 7 baby steps. The structure of the 7 baby steps works, but I also do not like the structure in the baby steps that says to, if you have, oh, let's say you're starting the baby steps and you have savings over $1,000. I really think Dave Ramsey should tell people to pause savings and focus on paying off debt. And then when you pay off the debt because you pause savings, you only need to look at your like the emergency fund savings. You only need to look at the emergency fund savings if it's below 3 to 6 months. But if you call Dave Ramsey and you tell him, oh, I have $6,000 in savings, and he's like, how much debt do you have? And you have like $12,000 in debt. He will tell you to drain your savings account to $1,000, put the $5,000 on your $12,000 debt, and then your savings is back to $1,000. But he happily tells you to pause investing in retirement. He says never cash out retirement, but he always tells you to drain your savings. It doesn't make any sense when pause savings and investing, pay off debt. I can live with that. Okay, makes sense. That way I have my emergency fund. It is secure. I don't have the stress of worrying about if an emergency comes up, how will I pay for it? Because the emergency fund is fully funded and ready to go. Like if before you called the show and you were a saver, and now you want to tackle the debt, pause the savings, tackle the debt. I don't know why he has to tell people to drain out the money. It makes no sense whatsoever at all. And I really don't care of his answer of why he does that. I really don't I really don't care about that. I really don't. I just know for me of going through this, like I paid off $8,000 in 9 months. I did. I lived debt free for a whole year. Yes, I was less stressed. It was super fantastic. But I would like to buy a house in my future. And buying a house as a single person, disabled, you have to show the lender for the mortgage that you are pretty much a dual income when you're a single person. Like that episode of Sex and the City where Miranda went to go buy her house and everyone kept asking her if it was just her. And she said, yeah, it's just me. And they looked at her like she's not capable of buying a house as a single empowered, high powered attorney making money. Yeah, I already know if I want to go buy a house, my income needs to be $10,000 a month net. And I know when I increase my income, I will no longer be eligible for Ontario Disability Support Program because my income is too high. I already know that. Then income, oh, how you doing, hon? No, I'm not. I've picked my 4 webcam sites for the last 20 years and I'm sticking with them to the end of time. And I don't like token sites. So I'm never going to work that website ever again. And actually, I've never signed up on that site. And certain cam sites, for me to work on them, it's how it looks on the front page. So when I go to a campsite, if I'm not attracted to the website, how it looks on the home page of the website, I'm not going to work the website. I don't like seeing everyone's hoo-ha out there everywhere for anybody to see. So I don't work on websites that do that. Or they have specific websites that are for that style of camming. Like Flirt has that. Flirt has a style of camming that's premium only. And then you have to filter out the filter to get the token ticket sale cam sites. But I'm not working that website. Look, 20 years of me doing this, I've learned that I don't have to jump on every single website out there. I need to make sure that I stay a top model on the existing websites that I work. So thank you for your question, 90s baby. Glad you're in chat. So where was I? Right, February. So February budget is pretty much done. And then March, planned out March already. It looks exactly like February. March looks exactly like February. In the sense my expenses are exactly the same. So does every website. So the thing about cam sites, they pretty much copy each other and what they offer. So there's a tip target on Flirt, and then yeah, I don't like they're not offering me anything that I don't already have. I know that. It's just and because the way that I work, again, I don't need to be on every single website. I used to think I need to be on every single website to teach you every single website. I don't. I need to work the websites I work and make sure that I'm making the most money possible from the websites I've been working. Like I don't want it to happen, but if it happened where the websites I work are completely out of business and I had to learn a new website, I would let's say premium websites all dropped off the face of the earth. I think it's highly unlikely of happening, but if they did, then I would have to learn a token website. But for the time being, since we have a lot of options of sites and these sites are becoming mega companies, I can very comfortably stay working on premium private chat websites for a very long time. And then let's say campsites are gone, but my other income streams in my business are producing the income that I want. I probably don't need to webcam. I probably just become a normal social media influencer, making money off of affiliate marketing. And I finished my college diploma and I'm a financial counselor where I'm helping people with their personal finances. So even that I've planned my exit strategy, I'm trying to work my exit strategy while I'm camming on the websites that are still operational. And I try to go to industry events like what's coming up XBiz Miami. Um, a lot of people are going to Miami soon for that event, for industry event. They always do a panel of State of the Union address of the industry. And that gives you a good indication of how the industry is going. And when you go to industry events, you actually get to talk to the companies that make these websites. I added it on my channel. There's a playlist of Bucharest Summit, and Bucharest Summit had the owner of Studio 20 interviewing other campsites. And honestly, based like it was done what during the pandemic, those interviews, my industry is mostly fine. Like the industry is mostly fine. I can comfortably work in this industry for a good, what, 2 to 5 years. And I can't slack off. So even though I think I could work the industry another 5 years, you have to stay on target. You have to stick to the goals. You have to make sure that you are doing those things that you're working consistently. Because the minute you drop off and you get lazy and then you think, oh, I can go work a website, the website may not be here. We have a small opportunity of working in this industry and then working in this industry where we are successful. So that as well, like the older I get, the less outside opinions I'm looking for, the less approval I'm looking for. Like my mother still hates my job. Great. Fantastic. I'm 38. You've been hating my job for 20 years. Like my sister still don't like my job. Okay, great. None of those two people do not pay my bills, but their opinions are so annoying. Like I know more of their opinion than when they send me money for Christmas or my birthday. Like really, like, and buying a house, so I need 20% down payment and then exactly. Like, it's just I just got to a place where make your money as much as humanly possible. But you need a plan for the money you're making because there's going to come a time when you physically cannot work anymore. Whether it's aging, sickness, disability, something's going to come. Have a baby. Some people have babies and then they don't work the way they used to after they have babies. Some people get married and they change the way they work because they're married. I'm not having babies. We know that. Go watch the video of I had tubal ligation surgery and I'm child free by choice. The guy I'm with, dude has his own fan site account. So it's pretty funny when I talk to him. Like he fully encourages me doing this line of work because he does it himself. Like he fully offered to film content for me for my sites. I finally have a guy who's like, give me the camera, I'll film you. It's my brain could not process that level of positivity. So I know from being in this industry for so long and being fully self-aware of who I am and what I am, that you can demand certain things to happen in your life because we have the opportunity to design our lives exactly in the way that we want them to. Now, the thing about 9 to 5, you may need to keep the 9 to 5 job for the health insurance. Because I can tell you, not having a job that gave me health insurance bit me in the butt. Because now I'm scrambling for government insurance to cover all my medications for living on a disability, and that's the most expensive part. I need water. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So you may need the 9 to 5 because of health insurance. Unless you have enough money to cover all of your health and medical costs. So there's prescription costs, there's vision, There is prescription, vision, dental. Dental is super expensive. Like if you're like I'm relatively lucky that my dental care, they're very happy. And when I go in, it's more flossing, more brushing, no cavities. My teeth are all there. They know I went through braces. My, me, it's just maintenance. But some people, their lifestyle and genetics have changed their dental structure of their mouth where they need replace like they need to remake over their whole entire mouth. That's expensive. Yeah, like you need health insurance. Every country around the world is different, but you need health insurance. You need health insurance and you need retirement planning. So retirement planning, what I'm talking about is putting money into an investment account that grows for you that you can live off of after the age of 65. Like I don't know if I'm going to retire early. That's a big financial number because of where I live in the part of the world that I do, but it's a huge financial planning. Like it totally is. It's like that. Where's the thing on my budget? Oh no. Where is it? So the thing in my budget. Okay, so March. I don't think I really went over March, but I said March is pretty much exactly the same as February in that my expenses are the same. Plan. So there's a plan of how much money I want to come in for the month, and there's an actual that happens. They're going to be two different numbers, but my expenses are pretty much the same. Like $1,042.34 is housing costs. Housing costs is rent, tenant insurance, and hydro. And then my lifestyle costs, my 8 categories in lifestyle: internet, cell phone, groceries, laundry, clothes, grooming, health and fitness, restaurants, entertainment. The big thing and my transportation's pretty low. Like I live in a big city that has public transit. Um, I try not to go outside too often because I'm not really comfortable in public transit right now, but that's a whole different thing. Um, yeah, but I also like luckily of working from home, going outside is very, very optional. It just really is. And then yeah, so like my savings, like I would like to pay my rent 1 month ahead. Cosmetic surgery. I have a short window when I can get cosmetic surgery because I'm getting older. Um, I've been researching plastic surgeons, board certified plastic surgeons in my city and some of them that are in America, but I'm mostly looking at plastic surgeons in my city. And with the procedures I want to get for cosmetic surgery, one of them, one of the surgeons will not operate me until they get clearance from my neurologist and until so clearance from the neurologist because he needs the neurologist to give him okay that I can handle surgery. And he doesn't operate on people for the Brazilian butt lift that are over the age of 50. Now, I didn't look at the other surgeon that does the Brazilian butt lift if he has an age limit on his patients for that surgery, but because I, I have a feeling that both surgeons will need the neurologist to give them the okay to do my surgeries. Because I also want to do breast augmentation as well, because bra shopping is just so depressing. I hate doing it. I really do. I really, really do. Because I know if I get breast augmentation and we correct the asymmetry, bra shopping would be a little bit easier because when you measure me, I'd be mostly the same size for a longer period of time because the breast implants, those devices, they're measured relatively perfectly. Like, yeah. And I'm okay with it. Like, I'm 38. My body is relatively in that young window, but if I wait too long, I won't be. And the industry, like I heard, like that's the other thing about being in the work for a long period of time. You are making decisions for yourself that you're comfortable with without the opinion of somebody else. Like I'm not doing my work because of other people. I'm not doing the work because I want somebody to like me, or I'm not like me not having the fancy car, the fancy house. I don't need to have those things because those things are expensive, but also if I'm going to have those things, it's because I'm going to put the time and effort to have those things. Not because somebody thinks I'm so cool or popular or whatever because I have those things. And then even that, my the one friend I have, she stopped talking to me. Okay, great. Have I tried to reach out to her? Yes. Am I going to keep reaching out to her? Probably not. And the reason probably not is I have a lot of things I need to do for me. Like, yeah, like there's a lot of things I need to do for me that I don't need to worry about if my friend is talking to me right now. It just, I don't. Like, you just come to a place of just take care of you and your responsibilities. If I had children, it would be me taking care of me and then taking care of my children. If I had a husband, it would be me taking care of me and then my husband. Because it's just me and I'm single, not married, no children. I only have to worry about myself. I don't have pets anymore. So I don't have to worry about, did my cats eat food today, or are they healthy? Do I need to bring them to the vet? I don't have to worry about those things. I just have to worry about me and all the wonderful things that are in this budget that need me to take care of on a regular monthly basis so I reach my financial destination of net worth millionaire. Yeah. So, savings for the month of March. Cosmetic surgery, college. I still want to go to college. I may or may not meet friends in college. I'm not really like going to college to meet friends in college. I also learned that when I want to socialize, my city does have professional networking events that I can go to. I mentioned about XBiz Miami. I can plan to go to every industry event there is for the industry of being a webcam model and meet other people in the industry. I'm in a few different Discord groups that I'm talking in, but honest, they're not my friends. They they're not my friends. They're not gonna like, hey, let's go for drinks. They're not gonna be those people. If I want to go for drinks with people, it's probably gonna be professional networking. The webcam conferences, Bucharest Summit, Why Not Summit, XBiz Miami, XBiz LA, AVN, um, Latin America Expo over there. So all those like I just want to make my money and enjoy my life. Those things. So yeah, there's a category in my budget for travel and vacation. I also found that I can do group travel in a travel membership club and travel with people who like to travel. My grandma did it. My grandma went to Israel. Where else did she go? The big thing I know, she went to Israel and she went to the Dead Sea and she came back with sand from the Dead Sea. She took sand in a jar. It was great. Things like that. And then me buying my house. I really want to buy my house. As much as I like renting, and renting is very freeing and very flexible, I would like to be a homeowner. I would like to secure my housing where I have a fixed monthly payment that pays down a mortgage, and eventually over time, the property is mine. That. And then I have in my budget purchases and gifts. That category is super flexible. That's my giving category where I give to charities, I give to people I believe in, and I buy anything that I want because I want it. And then I have a separate account for my health and dental savings. So because my insurance is from social assistance and they have a very complicated way of covering my medical and dental and vision costs that come up. I've decided that I'm just going to have a separate account dedicated for health and dental, vision care, savings. I put money in there. When those costs come up, I pay them on my own. I don't have to worry about sending a request, either sending a request for the coverage from the assistance program, and it's sometimes a pain in the butt. It's really a hassle. Then we got my savings, my registered disability savings plan. That's where I get the government match. Then I have my tax-free savings account. That is tax-free growth my entire life. This account here, if I invest in it properly and wisely, this is where I can live off the investment growth dividends off this account my entire life. So I buy my house. As I'm able to work, I pay off the mortgage. And then eventually, as my investments are growing to a certain amount, the investments will probably pay off the mortgage in full, or a good chunk of it, that I don't have to worry about it for a couple of years. And then what's that? Debt. Yeah, the 2 credit cards I have, my retail store credit card and the Capital One credit card, they just give me a card for 4 times. Yeah, they're, and then I work. I like, yeah. And then it's taxes coming up. I have to put my documents together to file my taxes. It's not like a whole lot. You need like, I don't worry about a lot of stuff. I think I worry about 7 things. Yeah, I think so. I think it's 7 things. I'll make a list, but I think I only focus on 7 things in my life and I get it done. And then the other thing, like when CAM models are on a site and the site becomes slow, it happens. It just happens. If you are not financially secure with an emergency fund, no debt repayment, your job is going to be slow. If you don't know how to convert the guest members in your room to a paying customer, it's going to be slow. And this is not adding on social media marketing. You actually do not need it, because if you're working with a reputable campsite and a reputable platform, they are spending a lot of money in advertising. And also that you don't need to look at somebody else's cam room to get ideas. It's going to distract you. The whole, like how 90s baby may or may not be in chat. Okay, great. You can watch this video on the replay and get all the wonderful information out of the video. But like, the job is not that complicated. It's like you pick a name, pick a name that actually is a name. Don't pick 90s baby as your cam model name. I know. It's only because you're the only one here in chat, and if there's anybody else in here in chat, they're not talking. But yeah, I picked a proper name to be and I'm glad I picked my proper name. So things in business as a cam model, I own the domain name for my cam model name. And now I've been in it for 20 years. Because of internet, the way the internet works of building intellectual property, intellectual assets, I need to figure out what am I doing with that website to keep my name as my business asset. And I need to, that's the other thing that's not in my account. Is it in my budget? Right, I missed a category. Right, I missed a category. Hold on. The category of my business accounts in my budget. The reason they're in my personal budget is that there are certain things in the business accounts need a certain financial number to handle the business. So there's the, why is it moving over there? So in the business, I have a prepaid MasterCard that handles all of my, business expenses. Then there is a business savings account, which is the retained earnings account. So 20% of the business retained earnings account goes into the business, and part of it goes to paying off my credit card debts and things like that. So even that, like the way I organize, like I'm a big company. You have to come into being a cam model or a live streamer or a content creator as if you are a big company. It doesn't matter if you started yesterday. You have to operate like you're a big corporation, that you have your accounting team, your marketing team, your advisor team. You have all these things in place so that you can actually build your business for the long term. And then if you're a big enough company, the company can provide you, the employee in your company, health insurance, retirement investing. What else is there? Yeah, like you working a job and you want the job to provide you all of these things. You can be a company and provide yourself all the things that you want a job to provide you. Like part of the reason why I was in a job outside of the house was because it was a paycheck every 2 weeks. Okay, I qualify for disability. It's a paycheck once a month. Not every 2 weeks, but once a month. We could work with that. And then, where is it? Hold on, let me find it. I legally qualify for Ontario Disability Support Program. There's a definition of it. You're eligible for ODSP on medical and financial circumstances. I do, legally. There's no way you can deny that because my doctors and the lawyer that was working on my case filled out all the forms to prove that I am. Now I'm responsible of all the other things that come with this. So I'm eligible. I passed the eligible criteria. I'm using I'm using this service because I'm legally eligible for it. Then it provides me with health benefits, employment supports. They want to know how I'm doing when I'm working, like how they changed the rule as of February 1st. If you're a person with a disability, your employment earnings exemption has increased to $1,000 a month. This increase will not affect your ODSP income support benefits or eligibility. You will see this change reflected in your March 2023 payment. And it has. The month of February, the payment date is February 28th, which is somewhere down here. So February 28th, there was a payment because I made money in January and I sent it to the Ontario Disability Office and it was less than $1,000. This will not increase or affect your ODSP income support benefits or eligibility. And it didn't. I'm fine. I'm good. This is how me takes care of me because there's only me to take care of me. So there's also that, like, the thing about being a there's no guarantee of how much money you're going to make. You can set all the income goals you want. There is no guarantee that's going to happen at all. There's no guarantee that's going to happen. The only thing a campsite promises, if you make money and it's at the minimum threshold that they pay you. Some campsites pay you when you made $10. Some campsites will pay you when you make $100. I need water. Hold on. Okay, so like I was saying, campsites, they don't promise you a paycheck. None of them do. The 20 years I've been doing this, I'm only promised to get paid when I meet the minimum threshold that they'll pay me. So how StreamMate minimum threshold for me based on the payment method. Payment method I use is Paxum. There's also CosmoPay, there's Shrill, a whole bunch of them. They said the minimum threshold for Paxum is $100. And then their pay period runs from Sunday to Saturday. And they're on Greenwich Mean Time. So my 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the website's midnight the next day. So Saturday, 8 p.m., I try to make as much money as humanly possible, which we did that. Where was it? See if I can find it. Where was it? Oh, there it is. Okay, this. So this is from November 6, 2022 to November 12, 2022, where I made $407.73 for that pay period of the week on StreamMate. They promise to pay me because it's over $100. That's some people, this number is bigger. Some people, this number is smaller. But anytime it is at a minimum $100 for the payment method, Paxum, they will pay me. Like they do this whole thing for the whole entire organization for every model that is logged into the system and makes their money and they reach the minimum amount for the payment method they selected, they get paid. Then I did it again. I made $373.31 from December 4th, 2022 to December 10, 2022. They paid me. This was a wonderful season of let me get serious about my job and make my money. I got like November, oh, then here, right, perfect example. So December 11 to December 17, I only made $103.75. So December 10, right, December 11, December 10, so December 10, December 17, December 18. Okay, this is perfect. 3 weeks in a row. Okay, good. And then November. Then there's a gap in between because I got sick. And then as soon as I was relatively better, I got back working. So, and then, oh, here's another website. I'm Live. Exactly. Even this. Again, I'm Live promises that $50 is a minimum payout. So if you earn minimum $50, they will pay you because you earned minimum $50. There's a reason I say to focus on the minimum threshold to get paid from a company is so that you can build trust with the company, you can build a habit with working with the company, and that you can build confidence while working with the company. There's a reason to that madness that I tell you to do that. It's because 20 years ago, when I started, that is all I focused on. I didn't focus on anybody else. I didn't look at anybody else's room. I wasn't worried about, oh, she has this many people in her room and this is the. No, I logged on and I focused on minimum payout threshold. Whether it was $10, $25, $50, $100, I made sure I made that every single week for 2 years straight, working 8 to 16 hours a day, taking breaks in between for sleep, for eating, for exercise, for groceries. I took breaks and I worked. That is it. And it does not matter what website you work on, they're all the same. Your job is every customer that's in your room to interact with them, talk with them, have a conversation with them, make them feel valid and special and wonderful so that they can feel like they really appreciate you and spend money on you. Like right now, one of the websites has a fan club. I have an active member in there. I need to go in there and show my appreciation to the fan club member that's in my site because I want him to spend more money and stick around. While I plan out my saving goals of building my emergency fund, saving for cosmetic surgery, buying my first house, traveling for business and vacations, my investments for the future, all those things in the background. So great. You're doing all the customer service, customer experience things of the job. And then as you get paid from the job, you're making sure all the money that comes in from all the efforts that you're doing from the job is making sure you're reaching your financial destination of financial peace and abundance. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. I really, I don't know. I really don't know what to tell you. I really, like, and people make it so complicated. They add in so many outside influences to this that has nothing to do with the job. Like nothing at all. Like I want to be done here. I have to shower, put on my hair and makeup. Here's my hair. I gotta put this on, and then I gotta put makeup on. Find one of my wonderful new bras that I bought that's hanging up over there. Put that on. Probably wear the garter belts or probably wear the stockings to go with it to log on to the website to go make my money. That's it. And then pay off the credit card so I can use a credit card to buy the new computer. Fix up this room. I don't like how this room looks when I'm online. I need to change it. I need to have it more in a aesthetic pleasing environment that looks, I don't know, feminine and what am I going for? Feminine? I don't even know. There's a theme I'm looking for the room while I'm working. This does not do that. I've been looking at different cam model rooms for that. So when it comes to looking at a cam model's room for how they design the room, you actually don't need to go into a live streams room to do it. You can actually look up what I was doing, Romanian video chat studios, and look at their photo gallery to see how they designed the room. There's a lot of websites that have those pictures. Like a lot. It's amazing. Like even that, the level of focus and intention of what you're doing is what makes you money. Like I'm pretty sure when they make a new Disney movie, they're not comparing it to, 'cause it's Disney, they're the original, but they don't have to compare it to anybody else but Disney. Disney just needs to look at what they made how many years ago, make a new movie from Disney to make more money in Disney. That is what you're doing. Like, we are in a creative business. We don't need to look at somebody else for ideas. You already know what you want to offer while you're online based on how the customers talk to you, based on how you want to present yourself to the world. Like, I already knew that day one, 20 years ago. I already knew that. I knew I was attractive. I knew how to talk to people. I knew that men are relatively thinking in one-dimensional thing. They're thinking with the lower member. I know that they just like to see the benefits of my body, and that's it. Like, and that's still how what I do. It's it's still what I do. That's it. Oh yeah, 20 years later, here I am. Oh yeah, I made $5,000 one month. Okay, great. Like, where did it go? I don't know. Only if it makes sense. I'm not gonna have a glow in the dark trapeze on Amazon. I don't need a glow in the dark. There's like even that, like if you're planning your cam room in the way it looks, in the studio setup of your cam room, it has to make sense. It has to be like you're like so here's the thing. I work out of my my bedroom. It's also my cam studio. So not only does it have to function for when I'm online, it has to function when I'm not online. Unless you have a separate dedicated room where you can do all the creative set design and movie makeup and hair and toys and all that, go to town. But if you don't have the space, For it, you have to buy things that are practical for your room. Like you just like that's the thing about the whole menu thing. The websites I work already have it. I just have to select the things I'm doing. So a lot of this, for me, the websites I work, they already have the feature already built in that I just click yes, click option yes, and then I do the thing. Other websites, they don't really tell you. So the thing is, websites don't tell you a lot what to do in your room because it's your room. They bring customers. Customers want to talk to you. Ideally, your job is just to be there and talk to the customers the entire time you're online. Like campsites don't even tell you to take a break. They should, but they don't. Like even so now I have to worry about my mental health when I'm online. I have to worry about how I want to be when I'm online. And then what am I going to do to recharge to go back online? Like me looking at gym memberships. Like I know I don't want to spend a lot of money on a gym membership because it doesn't fit in the budget. I think what did I budget for gym memberships on here? I think $100 a month. 200. So I did 200 a month for health and fitness. That means I have to get find a gym that it fits in that budget and then find workout exercise programs that fits in that budget so I can maintain my health and fitness and mental health so I can get back like that, the whole thing. Like how certain jobs would offer you a health and fitness part of your working for the company. Some off like built like office buildings will have a gym. Some of them give you a membership to a gym. Some of them give you a membership to a spa. You as a business owner, as a cam model, content creator, influencer, you are responsible for those things. Straight up. And then I learned that there is an income stream that is in the health and fitness industry that I could join that company that's a health and fitness company and also add that in as an extra income stream plus the benefits of having a health and fitness program from a company. So even that, when I plan certain things that are part of the business, part of the lifestyle, sometimes the health and fitness is a business that I could sell as a representative. So I fulfilled the need of my lifestyle, I fulfilled the need of growing the business, and I fulfilled the need of improving my health and fitness. That's three things from one thing. There's that. So that, like, we are business owners, we have to look at the whole expansion of it. Like with the campsites we were, they're connected to really large entertainment companies. But again, brand new starting out, you only focus on the job, the lower level job. When look at the whole organization, the whole industry, the whole global industrial operation. You need cardio and muscle toning. I learned that. I learned that. Like even though like yes, you need like exercise the heart, but you also need to make sure you don't lose the muscle because it sucks. You need both. Otherwise, you can't go very far. But even that, there's like so many at home fitness. There's so many things you can do at home and outside of the home. So you pick the ones that fit your lifestyle and fit your budget and fit where you want to focus. Like there's another cam model I watch. He's a guy cam model. He's also a personal trainer, but he's still a cam model. He's still one of the popular cam models in the industry that I watch. Because as much as some new cam models making a YouTube channel, they don't have the perspective that I have to share. They haven't reached there yet. Like they haven't reached there. So like if you're in this industry, do it to the best of your ability, make as much money as humanly possible. Make sure that so the money you make here has to make you more money. For me, that is investment in my mutual fund and stock portfolio. Then for me, it's buying real estate, but me buying real estate is my primary residence. I only benefit from the equity that grows in to the property that I own that is my primary residence because I don't want to be a landlord, things like that. But I'm really okay with making intellectual property on the internet that makes me more money all the time. So if there's me making money as a content creator cam model, that income stream needs to make sure that it makes other income stream. Then I learned that the other income streams don't have to be related to the industry of adult entertainment. It's through health and fitness, it's through travel, it's through business consulting and coaching. And same thing with going to college. Me going to college was picking a program in college that I could use into my existing business so I don't have to go out there and become an employee. Yeah. Like take an online course in marketing, read books in marketing, go to conferences about marketing. That is what I did. I went to conferences in things I wanted to learn about to grow my existing business. It was constant personal and professional development in various industries that supported my existing business as an entertainer. The foundation of business and marketing is everywhere. It's why Disney, McDonald's, Starbucks is the way they are. Like if you look at Disney, McDonald's, and Starbucks, they're multiple industries in one. Like a lot of the movies in Disney, they teach kids life lessons, which should be done by parents, but they're not. But they're done by a Disney movie. So why is that? I don't know. I just, yeah, I know it's that a long time ago. All right, how long I've been talking? Okay, over an hour. Okay, we talked a lot. Thank you, 90s baby, for being in chat. Um, yeah, like I say a lot in my video streams. I do. It's not just about the budget for me. It's about the whole entire lifestyle, the long-term planning, the making sure that I'm not left with something missing. Like it would really, really be awful if I go through life and I already worry about paying rent and groceries. There's more to life than rent and groceries. I have to worry about other things too. As if I only worried about paying rent and groceries, I wouldn't have money to buy another computer. Also that too. The reason like I keep pushing the budget for cam models is so that you're not begging your customers to buy you something because you didn't plan it properly. Like you know you're gonna get sick. You know your cycle is gonna show up one day. You're gonna grow out of the clothes. You're gonna someday have a boyfriend that's gonna be an idiot. Like things like there's certain things that you know are going to happen. Like you, this is how like the relationship I have right now, we are very compatible because I already have a list of things that I will and will not have. I like yes, it would be sad if me and him break up. Super, super sad. But how like me taking care of my like I'm not dependent on him financially. I'm dependent on me financially. Because I'm dependent on me financially, I need other income streams that have nothing to do with one singular industry to depend on for my whole entire financial responsibilities and obligations. So there's multiple income streams. There's making sure the household budget is taken care of, making sure the business is taken care of. There's making sure that I'm taken care of, that my mental health, my physical health is taken care of. There's making sure that if I want to experience something like buying a house or cosmetic surgery, I can afford it. I'm not like, I'm not trying to have a fundraiser for everything that I want out of my life. It's planned into my budget. The budget literally tells me I can have these things because we put the money there. Like if I want to lose 10 pounds, okay, how do I lose 10? So great, I pay for a workout plan. Am I buying time with a personal trainer? Am I increasing the budget on the groceries to eat more organic? Because organic is expensive. And then, oh, if I'm doing organic, am I cooking all of the foods or am I buying foods that are prepared so that I just have to follow the recipe and then cook them? There's also that. Like I I I really like there's just I don't like during the pandemic I've seen some things that I do not like and they would have been avoided if people were planning their life properly. Like it's your life, but you're not going to plan it properly because you think somebody else can do it. Stop thinking that way. I believe what? Next week is International Women's Day. We should be able to stand on our own 2 feet by ourselves. I'm just like saying, like, why are we relying on other people? Okay, yeah, my medical cost is super expensive. I don't make enough money right now to cover my medical costs. One of my pills for the multiple sclerosis is $50,000 a year for the one nickel pill that I have to take every day for the rest of my life. That is super expensive. So the way I handle that responsibly, find out how much it costs, research the plastic surgeon, make sure they're board certified, make sure that they they love doing rhinoplasty. If you want a nose job and that's what you want to do, find out which doctors specialize in that as their career. Like the thing about doctors, some of them specialize in certain parts of the body. That's all they focus on morning to night. They go to conferences on it. They constantly read reports on it. They have enough experience with it that anything comes up, they're prepared. You need a surgeon who's going to do that for you. If you're going to travel, plan the costs of travel. If you need to do certain blood work, make sure you know what that is. If you're like, plan every little that's what I'm doing right now. So I want cosmetic surgery and I'm planning every little detail about it. I'm going to hire a nurse to take care of me after surgery. I need to figure out the cooking situation. Am I ordering food for the 2 weeks until I can cook by myself? I really don't know how recovery is going to be. Like, I probably, like, it's the whole plan, every little detail about it. Don't go into it on impulse. The thing about most people in our industry, they plan on impulse. They jump on impulse. And then when it blows up in their face, if you jump in without a plan, it'll blow up in your face. It will. It will. It totally will. Like go in knowing you can handle two things that mess up. How I feel right now about seeing my cardiologist. We're doing all these tests with the cardiologist because we did an echocardiogram and they saw something on the echocardiogram. Then they ordered the CT scan. Then they saw something on the CT scan, so they ordered another test. And then I still have to do another echocardiogram. And then I have to go see the cardiologist in April. And I'm going into the appointment, the follow-up appointment, fully well expecting him to tell me bad news, even though it could be good news. Like it could be really, really good news. But mentally, my brain has prepared for the worst case scenario. And I'm mentally prepared that I can handle the worst case scenario. Like, yes, good news, I can handle good news. Good news is great. But if it's bad, I'm ready to handle it. Like, I'm ready. Like, what is it? Tell me the outcome. Yeah, like, I remember when they broke my nose in high school. It was awful for 3 months. It was awful. And then luckily it wasn't broken, but the pain of it was awful. I couldn't sneeze. That's what I know for rhino. You can't sneeze with a rhinoplasty. You break your nose. Like that. And then it's your nose. So depending on what you're doing, it could mess up your nasal passage. So your sense of smell will go away. Your smell affects your taste. So if you can't smell, you can't taste. But plan it out. If you really feel that your face needs that surgery, go ahead. But I'm not having nobody touch my face. My boobs, my butt, my stomach, yes. My face, no, they're not touching my face. My face is microdermabrasion. Um, they have a gold pellet facial where they put gold on your face. Serums. I may do fillers like Juvederm. I might, but I might not because my face is relatively okay. But I'm just like, I'm doing like a really good face cream for me and I'm good. But I'm not touching my nose. My nose is fine. Like, my nose is fine. But if you really think you need those type of surgeries, plan them out. Plan as if your life is magical and you're happy with the result. Plan as if, oh my God, you screwed up. Because no matter like you going into like how when I had surgery to have the fallopian tubes out of my body so I don't have children no more. I had to sign a 6-page document saying that I'm okay with the worst case scenario that can happen in surgery. They make you sign it like twice before you go into surgery. And with everything we know now of cosmetic surgery, there's some doctors that just make a mistake. You have to be okay with that. Even if they have a perfect track record, they could. We don't want it to happen, but things happen. So when things, can you live with things happening? Is microdermabrasion chemical? Oh, I haven't done it in a while. I really need to get that done. Maybe I can do that this year. Because my face felt so awesome doing the microdermabrasion. And then the creams I was using really expensive face creams. That was so nice. I need to get back. I've spent like $1,000 on stuff for my face. So even that, I want to get back to that level. I'm making so much money that I can afford to spend $1,000 on face creams and spa treatments. Because there's no children, there's no pets. So that extra money can go into taking care of this. All right, 90s baby. I think you're still the only one in chat, which is fantastic. I said a lot of things. I hope you learned some stuff. We're going to end the stream. First time you see my face, you want to see more of this face, subscribe to the channel. You have to turn on notifications so you know when I'm on next or know when I upload a video. I tend to go live when I feel like it. I don't really have a schedule of going live. I may add a schedule in. I might. I don't know. It's okay. If you miss the live, just watch the replay. It's fine. See you on the next one. Smooches.